side on me and like to get it poppin'. But these bitches in my business come me out here choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. In the bedroom, I be screaming, but outside, I keep it quiet.
Hi again. So, recently I have accumulated, that's the word I'm going to use. I have accumulated a little bit over 200 books. We're not going to go into details about that. We're just going to say I now have a little bit over 200 books. And I don't know how I'm going to read through all of them. So today I will be letting my TBR jar pick the TBR list, because I have so many books and I don't know what to read. So I moved to sit on the floor because I just feel like I have much space. If you point out my background, if you point out that anything back there is dirty and it's not cleaned up, you're a hater and you're racist. Now with that being said, this is my TBR jar. Really, it's just a bowl, but like good enough. I got new books for Christmas, so I had to add those to this as well, but all of them are in here, so I just have to like shuffle them and pick, and that's how we're gonna go about the books. I think I'm gonna pick 10. Let's hope I read 10 this month, because last month I read 8 or 9. Maybe it was 7. I don't know. Last month I read a certain number and it was decent. So I'm gonna go for 10 this month. And if I don't read 10, then oh well, I'll just roll them over the next month and keep my TBR going. Yeah, okay, so first book. I don't know if you can read that, but it says love redesigned. This book has been on my list ever since I first saw somebody review it on TikTok, so that's book 1. Next we got, I think it's in the bottom. Already read this book. It's A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I already read that. I read the whole series. I love it. That is what got me back into reading. But I guess I'll read it again. Why not? Kingdom of the Feared. I'm sure this is somewhere on my TBR. I just don't entirely know where. I'll go look. Hopefully it's not a part of a series, because if it's a part of the series, then I'm gonna have to put the books before it to like even it out. Okay. This is so, I'm a mood reader, so picking books from like having to pick these and stick to them is kind of weird. I'd be reading what I'm in the mood for, so I'm sticking to the list it's gonna be kind of hard. Saving 6. I'll see what this is later when I'm actually picking out the books. We'll see. Dial A for aunties. What number are we on? 5? Okay, 5. Got 5 more. Dream On. I don't know what half of these are. Like, I know I have these books, but I don't know what half of them are. These are probably like random books I just added to my list and then got. I don't even know what they're about. Knowing me, I was probably scrolling TikTok and I saw like one quote and I was like, oh, I need it immediately. I always do that. But I'd be so hyped when I finally get to the quote that I saw. So. Legendary. I'm holding these up like y'all can see them. 4, 6, 7. 3 more. Okay. Are these 2 books? I think this is 2 books and I didn't split them. It says All the Lies, All the Truths. I feel like this is 2 books. We're just gonna put it back in there. And we're gonna pick a different one because I feel like that's 2 books. And then that's gonna like throw my list off. So we're just gonna pick again. And if that's 1 book, when I like look it up, then I'll go and put it back. Jesus, I'll put it back. But if it's 2 books, then I'm not reading them. Hideaway. I hope that's not a part of a series. I feel like a lot of these are part of a series, and I really hope not, because I don't want to start a series dead on like book 3 and there's like 6 books, because then I'm starting in the middle. That'd be weird. 2 more. This Woven Kingdom. Okay. I feel like that's a part of the series. I'm not entirely sure, but I really feel like that one is a part of the series that has a series title. Last one. This one. This one. What is this? Haunting Adeline. My last book for my TBR is Haunting Adeline. I'm not even gonna lie, picking that book, I'm starting to rethink this whole video, because Haunting Adeline, out of all the books I could have picked, Haunting Adeline. And I done heard about that book. I done seen on TikTok, I've heard about it. And the people who've read this book, I heard about y'all. Now I gotta be one of the people to read it. Anyways, okay, let's go through the list of all the books that I picked. And these are not in order of how I picked them. They're literally sitting on the floor in front of me. So we just gonna call them out by how I got them stacked in my hand. So, Love Redesigned, Kingdom of the Feared, Saving Six, Legendary, Hideaway, Haunting Adeline, This Woven Kingdom, Dream On, Dial A for Aunties, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I don't know, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm kind of excited to read these. This is an interesting list. Really, really interesting list. So, I'm gonna look up the genre and synopsis for all of these, and I'm gonna do like a short description so I know what I'm reading and so you know what I'm reading in case you want to read it. Okay, so after looking up the books, I've come to realize 4 out of my 10 books are a part of a series. So Kingdom of the Feared is book number 3 in a series, so I'm gonna put this one back and pick a different one to replace that. Saving Six is this is terrible. Saving Six is book number 3 out of a series. Legendary is book number 2 out of a series. And Hideaway is book number 2 out of a series. So unfortunately, I have to pick new books to replace those 4. Here's the TBR drawer again. Okay. Lord, please don't let me pick another book that's a series. Okay. The Assassin Blade, Maybe it was supposed to say assassins, but it says assassins, so we're gonna look. That's 1 out of the 4. Hopefully that's not a series. Vicious Prince. Hopefully that's not a series. From Lukov with Love. I don't know if I said that name right, but okay. Last one to replace these 4. This is one. Hunting Prince Dracula. What type of... Okay, I'm gonna look these up on Goodreads to get their description, and then I'll be back. Once again, I just started to look up the books. Vicious Prince is book number 5 in a series. This is the last time I'm doing this, bro. Triced 6 Venom. You know what, guys? I think that this is gonna be my last time letting my TBR pick, because Hunting Prince Dracula is book number 2 in a series. So we're gonna have to pick again. We're just gonna go with that one. Whatever that was, we're gonna pick that one. Oh my baby! All the bright places! Guys. All the bright places is such... Oh my gosh. I love All the Bright Places. I've only seen the movie. I've never been able to read the book, but I guess we're gonna read the book now. And me being me, I'm gonna compare the book to the movie to see what's different. But now that I finally have all of the books, I have none that are a part of series. I did find out the Assassin Blade is actually the Assassin's Blade, and it's a prequel to a series. So I feel like once I read this, I'm gonna have to read the series, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Anyways, book descriptions. So the first book on the list was Love Redesigned, and it says that Love Redesigned is a steamy small-town romance about 2 family friends turned childhood rivals. It's the first book in a standalone series called Lakefront Billionaires, and it has a happy ending. So enemies to lovers, I guess, because if they were family friends and then childhood rivals, enemies to lovers? Question mark. My favorite trope. Question mark. Question mark. I'm excited to read that. But yeah, that's Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. Next was Haunting Adeline. And I know that I sounded so disappointed. I'm not disappointed. I know that that book is serious. I know that there's a lot in that book. Like, there's literally trigger warnings and everything, so I'm gonna have to read those. I don't know what it's about. I just know it's like somebody stalking a girl. Like, I tried to read it at one point, and I read the first page, and it was the girl talking about how she knows the guy is watching her through her window in that very moment. Like, that's such a crazy way to start a book. And I tried to start it, but I couldn't get past that first page, so I was like, no. But I guess I'm gonna be reading it this month since it's on my TBR. Anyways, the next book is Diswoven Kingdom, which is book number 1. I saw this book on my For You page the other day, and I wanted to read it because the cover is pretty. So no, I can't. But it says that clashing empires, forbidden romance, and a long-forgotten queen destined to save her people. And it's the first in an epic romantic trilogy inspired by Persian mythology. That sounds really cool. I'm looking forward to reading this. It's fantasy, and I'm trying to get into fantasy because I really do like fantasy, specifically fantasy with like a romance subplot or like enemies to lovers. I eat it up every single time. So I'm excited to read that. Dial A for aunties. It says, what happens when you mix one accidental murder with 2,000 wedding guests and then toss in a possible curse on 3 generations of an immigrant Chinese Indonesian family? You get 4 meddling Asian aunties coming to the rescue. I don't know, I just think this one sounds cute. It sounds cute. Next up is Dream On by Angie Hockman. It's a romantic comedy about a woman who wakes up from a car accident with memories of a boyfriend she's never met, only to run into him a year later. And then the little tagline says, what would you do if your dream man turned out to be real? Personally, I think that sounds so cute. I think that's cute. It's a rom-com. I eat rom-coms up. I hate them movie-wise, but book-wise, I be eating them up. I be chowing down. Next is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Obviously, most people know what this is about. It's a senior. Her name is Pip. For her senior project, I think it was, either a project or essay, she's investigating a case of a girl who went missing a couple years ago, and the girl's boyfriend was the murderer, or like everyone thought he was a murderer or whatever. It's a whole big thing. And basically Pip investigates and she finds out the truth, and I already read the book. I love it so much. I'm trying so hard not to spoil it, but it's such a good book. I already know I like it. This book on the list is Triced 6 Venom by Penelope Douglas. I'm not really sure what it's about. I hate bully romances. I really don't like bully romances. The only bully romance that I like is A Silent Voice. And if you know, you know. That's the only one that I like. Book-wise, I hate bully romances because what do you mean you fell in love with somebody who bullied you? And most of the time it's verbal or like physical. So they basically abuse you. Like, you got Stockholm Syndrome? Nothing against people who do have it, but like, book-wise, I don't like that. Yeah, it's never rubbed me the right way. I hate it. But apparently that's what that one is about. From Lukov with Love is by Mariana Zapata. I think I said that right. Not entirely sure. It's a sports romance. It says, if someone were to ask Jasmine Santos to describe the last few years of her life with a single word, it would definitely be a 4-letter one. After 17 years and countless broken bones and broken promises, she knows her window to compete in figure skating is coming to a close. But when the offer of a lifetime comes in from an arrogant idiot she spent the last decade dreaming about pushing in the way of a moving bus, Jasmine might have to reconsider everything, including Ivan Lukov. It's a sports romance. I'm assuming he's a figure skater. That sounds cool. Figure skaters are so cool to me. Like, me personally, knowing my look, I'd probably get out there and like slice my arm off with the skate. Like, I'm not coordinated, but that sounds good. I'm excited to read it. The last book is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Neven. It says, The Fault in Our Stars meets Eleanor and Park in this exhilarating and heart-wrenching love story about a girl who learns to live from a boy who intends to die. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. And if you've seen the movie, then you get it. You get it. And I know that reading this book is going to make me bawl my eyes out, and I'm going to like crumble into like just pieces of myself. Like, I'm gonna be broken down. I'm gonna be heartbroken. I'm probably not gonna leave my room for weeks, days after I finish it. I'm gonna tell everybody about it. Like, I'm going to post about it everywhere. I already know. I love All the Right Places. Like, that is one of my comfort movies, which is crazy to say because that movie is heartbreaking. And the ending, let's just take a moment. Let's just take a moment. Okay, moment done. But yeah, that's a really good book. I'm actually quite excited for my TBR list this month, and it's only the 6th. Yeah, I'm sorry, listen, my days have been blurring into each other, but it's only the 6th, so I still got till the 31st to read all of these books, and I'm very excited. I think I'm gonna have a really good reading month. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I'll be back at the end of the month with my January wrap up. Hopefully I do read all of these books. We will see. Yeah, I'm excited to read them. I'm ready. Really, I've been sitting here trying to figure out what content I'm about to push out this month, and I have no clue, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know. Maybe I'll film like me going to buy more books or something. Like, I don't know. There's really not a lot to do in January. Like, January is a pretty dead month. It's cold, but there's not really many events like December, because December you got all the Christmas stuff. January doesn't really have anything. I'm going back to school. So hopefully we'll get content. We'll see, because when school starts, I be getting drained. Like, that takes all of my energy. But anyways, yeah, I'm excited for my reads this month.